Oompa loompa doopity doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Right, check this out. Guys, there's something going on. I'm getting addicted to this. I'm getting addicted to these deeper dive explorations into stuff, which is why I'm making videos about your method and your approach to improving your chess. Anyway, let me take you through a 5-minute blitz game. Okay, we've got a Smith-Morra gambit, and this is all very normal. This has been reached a million times before, I'm sure. We have d6, good move from black, bishop c4, knight comes out, attacks the pawn. Now, I'm figuring here, I had a thought about, can I push e5? I guess if pawn takes, I didn't play it in the end, because he's got the two attackers. If pawn takes, I figure, what am I going to do? Do I trade queens? I guess actually I trade queens, and he either has to take back with his king, because it is saying e5 is the best move here, so I need to remember that. So I should have pushed e5, yeah? Pawn takes, I take the queen, he either has to lose castling rights, or the knight captures, and then I get the pawn back. And I've got 3 pieces in the middle. So slightly better for white. But anyway, I play queen e2, it's a very normal Morra move. He makes moves to fianchetto. I come out and pin the knight. He fianchettos, I castle. He attacks my knight and I kick him away. I'm saying I'm having none of it. He takes, I take back with the queen. So I'm feeling all right here. The machine actually gives black the slightest of edges. Knight comes into the middle, attacking the queen. I play queen over to d3. And out comes the pawn to e5. Now, white is slightly the better. But I miss an opportunity here. And we're going to go through this in a minute, so don't worry. But pause if you wish and figure this out. But I play my knight into d5. And black castles. Okay, now this is the key point. When this is the crux position, right? There are some really good moves. There's one killer move here for white. So if you want to, pause and figure it out, because I completely missed it. So what I did, and I can remember at this point in the game thinking, I don't really know what to do. I know what, putting a rook on an open file is a good idea, so that's what I did, right? Anyway, so if you got rook c1, rook ac1, it wasn't that. Now, black comes forward and hits my bishop, right? Because my bishop's obviously pinning the knight on the queen. And I retreat the bishop. We have knight takes knight, bishop takes. Rook comes across defending this b7 pawn, which was under attack by my bishop. And now I push f4. And we have b6. I decide to trade here, giving him doubled isolated pawns in the middle. And the computer here gives absolute equality, right? f5 is pushed. And bishop comes out. It's now kind of lodged itself between these two pawns. Everybody's protected. But I take on f6, and this is a blunder. Okay. So he's defending the pawn. See, the problem here is that I'm attacking this now 3 times. And there's a hint there. But I drop my queen back. This is not the best move, actually. It's the 3rd best move. Either bishop takes or... Oh, in fact, I could have just taken a hanging rook as well. I didn't even see that. Then it's g takes there. But I decide to do this, thinking of queen takes h6, queen h7 mate. Okay, he moves his rook across and resigns, because he sees that this is now, technically it's mate in 4 at this point, but that's not what I brought you here to talk about. Okay, so this is the analysis, and if you look at the little graph here, there's a big Humpty Dumpty here, and then I miss it, and a couple of misses here. And then again, obviously, he collapses at the end, and it's 1550 for me, 950 for him. 1550 in a 5-minute blitz I will take right now, thank you very much. But here's the point. I wanted to know what I missed. What was this hump? Okay, and that's very often what I look for. Because when I was looking through these the other day, I was looking through a load of games from one of our Chess Bootcamp Live members, and I just realised that it's when there's a big opportunity arises and you miss it. Okay, that's what you're looking for in your games very often. Like an obvious blunder is, well, I blundered, right? There's nothing much to learn from that, but these little spikes, that's what you're looking for. Anyway, so I've brought it into Elite Chess Study because I wanted to figure out what was going on. And in fact, I analysed it and it told me what the right move was. And I went, I don't get it. So I've brought it over to Elite Chess Study so that I could have another look. And I will take you to the crux position. This is the crux position. Black has just short castled, which is a mistake, okay? Going from plus 0.6 to plus 5.6. I call that a blunder. Don't know what Elite Chess is thinking. Now, what you could do at this point is have a pause and think about candidate moves, but more importantly than that, and what the way that we are now starting to train in Chess Bootcamp Live, training together, is you start with the little post-it notes. You start with what are the facts, what is true on the board here, okay? So, for example, we know the knight is pinned against the queen, okay? Therefore, knight takes knight isn't really on the cards. We are also attacking the knight twice, and it's pinned, and it's defended twice. Okay, so those facts alone, if I had run through those facts in my mind, could have revealed the correct idea. So let's dive in now. I'm going to tell you what the right move was. The right move is pawn to f4. Now, I played that move, but to quote Eric Morecambe, I am playing all the right moves, just not necessarily in the right order, right? So it's a great, I played that move later on in the game, yeah? And it did lead to, because this pawn ended up going off and causing mayhem, and that was it, But why? Why f4? Well, I'll tell you for why. Right, let's just say, for example, that black plays something like I played actually in the game. Just like a sensible looking move, putting pressure on the bishop, occupying the file. Okay, we take here, and now look. Look harder, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers on a pinned knight. Okay, and here, guess what the best computer move is? Knight takes knight, giving up the queen, right? That's how bad it is. Okay, so after this move, what options have they actually got? Okay, now let's have a look. So they don't move the rook. They don't move the rook. Okay, so I play. Oops, scrolling. Let's say they take here. That simply hangs the knight. Okay, what else can they do? Knight to e6 is the next computer suggestion. Okay, and then I simply capture here, and again it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's hopeless. It's a hopeless situation, but I didn't see it, and the reason I didn't see it is not because you've got to be brilliant to see it. The reason I didn't see it is because I didn't state the facts, and the facts are there. There are 64 squares, right? There's 32 pieces at the start of the game. It's not that complicated, right? And this is what, we're studying so hard. We've done it twice this week. And it's amazing because it's teaching you to read the board differently, to read the game differently. What's critical here? A pinned knight, We've got 2 attackers on it. I've got a rook looking at it, but my own pawn is in the way. And after this, right, this pawn is also the only defender of this knight, which is also under attack by the queen, you see? So in a sense, it's this e5 pawn that's really kind of the target. Because, like we said, it can't take, drops a knight, and it's all going to be all over, right? After this, we just take... And defending our own bishop. We're actually only 1 point in material in front, but it's +7. Wow, +7, you know? So that's the key thing, is to ask yourself the question, well, I'd love to add another attacker. Well, how can I add another attacker? Well, there's one already lined up, right? Just have to get rid of Fred. Sorry, Fred, but you're out of here, you know? He did something stupid, bang, still +7. So, whew, this hangs, that's still pinned, is attacked by everybody and his dog, you know? And all of that is there in this position. But if you don't ask the questions, right? If you don't say, what would I love to do? This is a great one that I use in lessons with students a lot, is to say, okay, what move would you like to play, but you can't? And they go, what? Well, you know, let's say I'd love to put my bishop there and fork these pieces. Well, obviously you can't, but could you, could you lay the path for that? So I think it's absolutely fascinating, and thought I'd share it with you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later.